Hi friends, welcome back. So in this video, I will be discussing about the test scenarios for WhatsApp. So I will be completely providing a detailed test scenarios and how we can write a test cases for this WhatsApp application. I'll be talking in detail in this video. The first scenario, first we should install the application. In order to test a WhatsApp, we should install the application. So how will we install the application is we should download the WhatsApp from the Google Play Store. That is the first thing we should do. We should go to the Google Play Store and we should type the WhatsApp application. When you search for a WhatsApp, you will get a WhatsApp there and you should select that. When you select that, you will be getting something like this. So you will be getting a screen something like this where you will have an option of install. We have a button will be activated here. If we are trying to install freshly the WhatsApp into your mobile app. In case this WhatsApp is already existing in your mobile, then it will have an update button here. That is a validation we should make it. If it is a fresh, then it should be installed. If it is a existing one, then it requires a update button here. And also you should be able to see is there any review comments are there and what is the size of the file and what is the ratings. Everything we should validate it for this WhatsApp application. Once we are able to see this page, on clicking of install button, when we click on the install button, then what it should happen? When you click on install, then you should try to install the application. That is the second scenario we are talking about. When we click on install, then if you can see right, there is a progress bar is working here, where it is showing how much the progress the installation is happening. This also will be required to validate what is the percentage of installation progress is happening. All those things you should display properly in this section. And also in case if you wanted to cancel the installation, we can just click on this cancel, then automatically the installation of WhatsApp should stop immediately. That is the validation we should make. And also we should be able to check different status of the progress. If you can see right here, it was 7%, now it is moved to 68% of installation out of 100%. That also we should validate and we see how the installation is making a progress. Once installation is 100% complete, then you should see something like this. If you can see right, once the installation is done, then you should have a open button should be there here. What open means, when you click on this open button, then WhatsApp should open for you. That is a check we have to make here. In case when you click on open, if WhatsApp is not opening up, then there is a issue is there. By default, when you click on open, it should open up the WhatsApp application. Those are the test scenarios we should write down. Then once you click on the open, your application would look like something like this, where there is a privacy link will be there. We have a terms and services link will be there and agree and continue is there. Basically, when user tries to click on this privacy policy and terms and condition, you should pop up these conditions, and after reading that, then I should be able to agree and continue. All those validations also we should make. All the links are working properly and all the buttons are working as expected. That is the validation we should make here as part of this WhatsApp testing. When we click on this privacy, then terms and condition, then appropriate text also we should get it, because for any mobile application, when there is a definition of privacy policies, that then appropriate private policy should come up and it should display properly. When you close that privacy policy, it should come back to the same place here. Similarly, terms and conditions also, when we click on this, separate window should open up, and reading that, when we are trying to close that, then you should come to the same page here. Then agree and continue. If you click on this, then you should take to the next section of a WhatsApp. the next section here is first thing WhatsApp here what it asks is enter your phone number. That is the first thing it asks after we successfully agreed the terms and conditions. This app we are trying to install in India, then we have to enter the India's mobile number. In case if you have selected any other country's mobile number, then appropriately this country code and phone number validations also it varies. All those validations also we should take care as part of our testing. By selecting a different countries, appropriately this phone number and telephone code should change once we have entered the right mobile number. If we are trying to enter invalid mobile number, then appropriately error message should display when you click on the next button. If it is everything is proper, when we click on next, then what should happen? It should take us to the verification page. Basically, once we enter the right mobile number, then it will try to send an SMS. It will send an SMS to verify your mobile number. If your mobile number is correct, then SMS will come to your mobile, then it will verify automatically. Then that app will start working in your mobile phone. That is the test cases we should add here. Once we are able to validate your phone number, the next step we should do here is we should try to add a contacts into your WhatsApp, because initially when you install the WhatsApp, nothing will be there. When you install the WhatsApp, then the next thing is we should be able to add the contact. Now there are two validations we should make here is, one is yes, I wanted to add the contact or a media like photos, videos, all those things, or I don't want to do that now. When I select not now, then you should not try to add the contacts. In case if I say continue, then you should add those contacts into WhatsApp. Now when you're trying to add the contacts, basically WhatsApp will try to ask the permissions. WhatsApp will allow and disallow or don't allow. Now we should be able to write the test cases for this validation as well. In case if I select allow, what should happen? Then it should provide an access to add the mobile app, to add the WhatsApp contacts. If I say don't allow, then I should not be allowed to add the contacts from externally. That is a validation or the test cases which we should write. And also second validation we should do here is, because along with the contacts we can also add the photos, we can also add a media, video, all those content into our WhatsApp. Even it asks for these validations as well, whether you wanted to allow or disallow. Even these test cases also you should add here. Basically there are two test cases here, positive, negative, for these two fields. Again here two fields, then again here two fields. That means you should be able to enter all positive and negative conditions for all these cases as part of your test case development. And also if there is already a data is stored in the Google Drive, let's say for this given number I already exported all the contacts, all the images, all the charts into the Google Drive, then I can able to provide a permission so that I can be able to install the whatever the exported or whatever the stored files, chart files, it can be media files or any other files as a backup. Otherwise if I say skip, then it won't be importing any data from the Google Drive. That is the number of test cases. That is the type of test cases we should come up in the add contacts section. Now we will go to the next scenario is a profile. So once we are able to add the contacts, the next aspect here is we should be able to update the profile info. Even the test cases we should write here as well. Here if you can say, right, whatever we enter here, we should take that value as a profile info. And also I should be able to put a picture here as part of profile picture as well. Even the test cases also we should write for adding a picture and also adding a text in this profile field. Once after adding this picture and a text, then when I click on next button, then what should happen? That is a validation we should make as part of our testing. So once the profile information has been updated, the next part is we should be able to chat with this WhatsApp. Now in order to chat, we need certain friends as well, because we need to communicate with the different users. Then we would be required to invite the friend for chatting purposes. Now there is also a status privacy will be there, where I should be able to see only my contact can see my status, or my contacts accept certain condition, only share with. So based on that, the WhatsApp will behave appropriately, and we should put the test cases also appropriately for the each case here. Then the next section, if you can see, right, this is a status section. So whatever the status privacy, here the my status is there. If you click on the my status, in the status section, the privacy setting is there. This is how the privacy setting look like. Then my status, when you click on this my status, the next scenario is creating a contacts on your own. How can we create a contacts in the WhatsApp? That is the test cases we should validate here. The one is whether you can add from the Gmail account, or you can add from your SIM account number, or you can add from your devices as well, mobile devices. These are the three options you can choose to create the contacts. Based on the whatever the selections you have made, then appropriately the contact should get created there. So when I select any of these, let's say if I select SIM, then the create contacts will get stored there. And so create contacts will have two information. One is name and a phone number. That is the two information we have to fill as part of creating a contact. Now I should be able to enter the name of the contact and the phone number itself. When we enter all this information, I can click on save. Now the create contact will get stored in the SIM, the whatever the values which we asked to store here, right? One is Gmail, SIM and device. Based on that, appropriately the contacts also should get stored. Those validations also we should make. That means we should write the test cases by considering different parameters here. One is by selecting the Gmail, second one is SIM, then device. Appropriately different type of test cases, different combinations of test cases we should write to ensure that these scenarios works seamlessly in the WhatsApp. Once a contact has been created, whatever earlier which we created, now I should be able to send a messages as well. When you select that contact, so you will be getting something like this. And if you can see, right, using that contact, I should be able to do a video call, I should be able to do voice call, etc. And also appropriately all the status of the profile also should get displayed here. Then I should be able to send the messages as well for that contact. Even those validations also we should perform to ensure WhatsApp is working as expected. Now the next test cases we should test here is when I'm sending a chat. Let's say I sent an iMessage. All the messages should go in a encrypted fashion, so that end-to-end is encrypted. Even those validations also we should test it, whether message is going encrypted way, or is there any other way which we can break that encryption. Even those validations also we should test it. And when I'm sending an iMessage, initially if you can see, right, so we will have a two checks will be there here. It means that this message not yet been read. After the recipient read the message, these checks should move to the different color. That means the other person has read the text. That is the indication, and we wanted to do different test scenarios, test cases to validate these scenarios as well. And the next scenario which we wanted to test in WhatsApp is the settings section. This is a very important section we wanted to test as part of WhatsApp application testing. Here, if you can see, right, this is a mobile number, it will get displayed here. Those validations also we wanted to make, whether the mobile number is getting displayed properly or not, and what is the message or status we updated for that given mobile number. Even those validation, it should appropriately it should get displayed here. So there I am using WhatsApp. If you are going to change a different message here, then appropriately in settings, even this message also should get changed appropriately. Then under sections, so we have different types of options available, and we wanted to test each of these as part of our testing. One is we have an account section is there. In the account section, we have a privacy, we have a security aspects, and we have a change number. We can get it done under account section. Similarly, under charts, we can select themes for the given chart, themes for the wallpaper, and also we can do the chart history as well. These are the high level functionality I am going to talk about in detail as well. What are the different test cases we wanted to write there, and also we have a notification mechanism also we have, and we have a storage and data things also available here, like what is the network usage, download, storage of information. All these details we can operate under this section. And also we have another section, help and contact us and privacy policy. So we will be going one by one, like how we can write the different test cases or different validations, and how we can verify each of the different functionality in the WhatsApp application. Now first we will go to the account section. Under account section, so we have a privacy operation we can perform, security we can do it, and you can set a two-step verification process as well, and we can change the number from the existing current one to the different number, and we can request the account information as well from the WhatsApp, and we can even delete the account for the WhatsApp as well. These are the different features available under account section. We will try to see what are the different test cases we can write for testing these account details as of now. Now under privacy, this is a total UI element we have. Now we should be able to write the different test cases to validate. Let's say the privacy, I am going to put it as the last seen. This is for everybody. Then appropriately WhatsApp also behave appropriately, and profile photo for everybody, like whatever the profile picture which I selected earlier, the same profile picture should be shown to all your contact people. And about also, whatever you updated, you can see to everybody. If you wanted to do differently, then you can select this option and you can test it with the different combinations of these things and see how the other person is able to see differently. Even those different validations also you should make. And also the status of your web app, if you selected my contacts, only your contacts can see your status, or if you wanted to select some other thing, you can select that. Then as we discussed earlier, if you selected this option only, you will get a read receipt to the other person. If you disable this, then other person, you won't get the read receipt even when you saw the message. That means you should be able to write different test cases to perform validation to check, even if I disable this, whether other person still getting a read receipt. All those things you should test it as part of these testing scenarios. So next thing is security aspect. The security functionality we should test here is, so all the messages and calls should be end-to-end encrypted. We only be able to access between two of you, not to the other people. Even those validations also we wanted to perform. The two-step verification screen would look like something like this, where I should be able to enable or disable the two-step verification process. This is how the UI look like, and you should be able to validate come up with the different test cases. How can we able to enable or disable this two-step verification process? We should be able to write the test cases for this as well. The next functionality would be change the number. Let's say I have the one number as of now, 1 2 3 number is there. Now I wanted to change this number to 4 5 6. Now I can change the number as well with this feature as well. Now I will be test. Now we should be testing these two phone number fields, the country codes with the different combinations, and we wanted to see all the validations are been taken care, that is positive and negative cases. Then now when I click on the next button, now you should be able to change the number from one number to the another. The next aspect is we wanted to test the delete account. You can delete the account as well. When we delete the account, so these are the things it should work. When we delete the account, then we should be able to see, you should be able to erase your complete message history and delete all the contacts of the WhatsApp group, delete your payment history. All these things should work out. If I don't want to delete the account, just wanted to change the functionality which I discussed earlier, we can just change with a different phone number, then it will get updated appropriately. That is all about delete account test scenarios and what are the different test cases we wanted to write as part of this scenario. Then the next one is, similarly we have a mechanism of charts. For a given chart we can set different aspects as well. I can set up the different themes, I can set up the different wallpaper, and for sending I should be able to enter or what is the visibility, font size. So here I should be able to select different things, and we wanted to retest in the WhatsApp to see how the theme is getting changed, whether theme is getting changed appropriately on whatever the changes which I am going to make. Even we wanted to write the test cases for that as well. Even for wallpaper, different images, if I said is the wallpaper is getting updated appropriately, also we wanted to test. And we wanted to write the test cases for enabling, disabling of each of these options and see how the application really behaving as per the requirements. And we wanted to try this out as part of this WhatsApp testing. We can select all these things, back up to the Google Drive every time or never, different combinations will be there. And we wanted to write different test cases as part of the options available here. Based on that, we wanted to see how the WhatsApp really behaving on different combinations of these values here. And also Google account and backup using cellular and including videos. If I select appropriately, then even I should be able to back up the videos as well. Or when I am going to disable that, then I should not be able to take the backup of videos. Even those validations also we should perform as part of this testing the WhatsApp functionality. And the next one is the notification. So we wanted to test the notification part. Again, we should be able to put the different combinations of the test cases here, and different combinations of test cases we want to test by setting the different notification mechanism, whether the WhatsApp is behaving appropriately or not. We wanted to test for each and every aspect of this feature and to see whether application works as expected or not. And the next one is help part. So help part, when I select the help part, then I should be able to go to the help center and contact us. Then if you click on this, then you should get in a new window where I should be able to ask question, or I can contact the customer support. All those options should get it. And we should test also. When I click on this, let's say if you are not getting questions, if you are not able to reach out to the customer support, then you should log it bug there. And the next scenario is in terms of a storage. Whatever the options we select here, then different test cases we should write for every possible combination here to ensure whatever the different flows we have, whether appropriately the right test cases are there or not for every flow of the functionality of the WhatsApp. That guarantees that we are testing the WhatsApp thoroughly.